side. Feel free to step inside my mind and see what it's like on the other loop. And I refuse to die. You and I refuse to die. You and I refuse to die. You and I.
Hello, welcome everybody. This is Local Jive, and I'm sitting down with the band Devolve. To these gentlemen right over here. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Oh, first, I'm GT. That's it, like share. Joey.
Joey Columbine, vocals. Phil Wright, guitar. Will Crandall, drums.
Jason Graciano, bass.
Thank you for both joining us at 815 Local Jive. Tell me about your band. I mean, like, okay, you guys all from Rockford?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
And how long has this band been together?
About 9 months total. With
As
all four of
us.
As
With
us,
four
all
of
four of us. Will and I started the group about a year and a half ago. And then Jason came in, and then we got Joey, and so about 9 months as a whole.
And that long? The rest is history.
Like, so, what impressed you about the other musicians in your band when you guys first started out? And, like, what did you put into consideration for bringing in these two gentlemen? Why not other people?
Well, like Phil said, when we first started, it was him and I. Just messing around in a basement writing stuff, and then Jason came in, and the way Phil writes guitar is, it's strange. The riffs that he writes are different than a normal person thinks. And when Jason came in, he picked up on it real quick and was able to come right into it. So that was an obvious choice when he came in. And then Joey, Jason suggested that he try out, and he came in, and pretty much as soon as we heard him scream, killed it. He was, it was an obvious choice then. And we asked him to be in the band, and we had a show booked 2 weeks later, and we'll get prepping to play shows. So that's pretty much how it evolved. Or devolved.
Nice.
Devolved.
Nice.
So, like, who challenges, I mean, like, as you're writing music together, is it challenging where you have, like, okay, this really sounds good, I like this, well, no, I don't really like that, is there, what fingers are kind of like, some melding of, you guys kind of like, some win, some lose, or does somebody win most of the time and somebody loses, or?
I mean, it's a collaborative effort at the end of the song, but me and Will tend to bump heads sometimes. I think that's just a natural thing.
You're artists working together. So
Yeah, right. You know, we both have different writing styles, so we try our best to work. Sometimes we write songs based on guitar riffs, or we write songs based on drums. So he's got a different style of playing drums as well. So I'm having to relearn different ways to play. As with him, you know, the background he comes from, he has to learn a different way of playing for what I'm writing. And then towards the middle of the song, when we're really feeling it, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. We knock them out. I mean, once we first started writing as a group, I mean, we had 8 songs done in 3 months. We were ready to go. So, I mean, it's a struggle at times because you got 4 highly creative individuals in a room. That's going to happen, you know. But I think at the end of every song, we're pretty stoked that we're able to do this together.
We all come from different backgrounds and influences too. I mean, all 4 of us, when it comes to metal, each one of us have a different thought of what real metal is, I guess. All 4 of us do, I mean, for the most part.
Absolutely.
That's right.
That's great because it allows you a lot of creatively. I think that's really good that you all kind of have that kind of differences between you guys. That way, you just.
And I would say all 4, for the most part, all 4 of our influences fit into what we do. I mean, there's little elements of just about everything that we're all into.
Oh yeah, every
So,
song.
like, when you say like you have different ideas, I'm just kind of taking put you on the spot real quick of what metal is. Think about it for a moment. what band is metal to you?
Pantera.
I'll pass for a second. That's hard.
If you guys know, you can always come back to you.
Lamb of God. See, I'm old. Metal to me is, when I think of metal, I think of Iron Maiden. That is quintessential metal to me. Pantera was going to be an answer, too.
I'm gonna cheese and say both of them. Lamb of God is like one of my favorites right there. So that's a huge influence for me. So I'm gonna go those two. Pantera and Lamb of God.
Let me kind of move this in a different direction. Shifting over to the local scene, one of the things about the local scene that a lot of people really, I know that it's really hard to cross with genres because there's the rock crowd. Like you said, if you go out for shows, you want to go see a rock show. Are those shows like other local artists that you don't necessarily would picture yourself going to, that you've gone to? Like as far as anybody go out and see a bluegrass band over there, or one of the folksy bands, like anybody going out and seeing Miles Nielsen show, or things like that. How big is it for you guys to support the local scene? And because I'll just start with I'll get into that. Let you guys answer that part before I go on.
Honestly, it's I hate to say it, but I personally only really support the other bands that I play with. Not because it's, I don't know. That's just how it's always worked out, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna go watch my buddies play, and playing shows with these guys all the time. I've gotten used to them, and it's kind of hard to hear about other bands that are outside of your scene, But one band in particular I really love is Manic and Torso. They're from here, and I haven't got to see them live, but I'm looking forward to it, and I will. But they're probably my favorite band from this area. They're not metal, and we'd probably never be able to fit on a bill with them unless there's like a benefit or something, because then they crossbreed all the genres, But for the most part, when I go to a show, it's to see one of my buddies' bands play, or a CD release party, something like that.
Yeah, I've seen like Cook Grass. I really like them. I've gone out and watched like people do their acoustic sets, like Chad Foster doing an acoustic set, or like when Chad and Todd Bluesy would do their acoustic, like only Alice in Chains type sets. I love that stuff. But given where I'm at in my life, it's hard for me to get out and go to a lot of shows. If I could, I would go to a lot more shows than I do, but it tends to be I support the bands that I enjoy listening to the most. It's with the limited amount of time that I have to go out to the scene and see. I try to support everybody's CD release parties. If we're not playing it, I try to attend it. You know what I mean?
Understand.
But I try to support as best I can, if it's social networking or whatever I can. But like I said, where I'm at, I try to get out and support the bands that I'm around all the time, the ones that I'm sharing the stage with.
Don't feel like you guys all have to answer this question too. If it's something you're like, we can end it out.
Well, I'm with Phil, man. I'm kind of new to the Rockford area, newer and definitely new to the music scene out here. So, I got a kid. I work ridiculous hours every week. So, for me to get out and play shows with us is hard to do, but I definitely try to make time when I can and support everybody. Anybody making music, I think, is worthy of support. But
oh, for sure. I would rather go out and see a terrible original band.
I've said this,
than a good
man.
cover band.
I've said that. Those exact words, actually, last week.
Right. I've got a lot of friends who are musicians in this area outside of our little scene. They're all extremely talented, anywhere from country to cover bands. Sweet Lucy's a great band to watch. Great party band. The Crave's good. I've gone out and watched Jamie Campbell and the Redneck Romeos. A friend of mine, she's a backup singer for them. you know, I go try to support my friends. They'll ask me to come out. I'll go out when I can. When I can't, I can't. You know.
I understand completely because I mean, we're all older. We're not
Right.
18 to 21 anymore.
Right. I respect anybody that can get up on stage, no matter what the music is. They're all talented people, and Rockford's got a lot of talent. Period. Musicians-wise.
Now, when you guys put this together, you start playing. Was it just? I mean, why are you playing music? I mean, what are your goals? I mean, are there goals, or are you like, is this short term, or it's just like, you know what, we're just doing this, and we have any plans? Or is it like, you plan on recording albums? Like, how many do you have? Just kind of like.
I mean, for me personally,
Your plan.
I mean, for me personally, I want to take this as far as we can take it. You know, like, I enjoy it. I have fun. I feel like we got something really special. You know, we've almost got enough material to start recording an album. We've already done one single that'll be coming out in January. I mean, at the very end of the day, I want to leave something behind. You know, I want, when my son grows up, to listen to my music and go, that's my dad. Like, that's the main goal for me. But I want to take us as far as we can go. You know, I want to push us, all of us, to get better and to play bigger shows and play out of our realm of comfortability. You know, like I said, I just want to push our limits, take it as far as we can go, me personally.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, it'd be great to get signed to a major label and tour the world, you know. That's what I always wanted as a teenager, but then, like you said earlier, life happens, kids, jobs, you know. But I'd probably sacrifice and take a chance and get on the bus with these guys if we had the opportunity to. And I totally would.
Absolutely.
But I mean,
Want to go next? What's your 5-year plan?
minimally, I just want to
5-year
make
plan?
good albums, put them out. A 2-week run tour would be cool, you know, just in the Midwest. That'd be cool. A legit music video would be cool, you know. Opening up for some bigger names, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean by that, not being an asshole, but some bigger names, Lamb of Gods or Slayers or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That would
Mike.
be cool, you know, playing at Rosemont or something, that'd be great. Just bigger crowds, bigger crowds would be great.
My 5-year plan's different than these guys. 5 years from now is a hell of a lot. Sounds a hell of a lot worse than their 5 years from now. 5 years from these guys, they still wouldn't even be my age right now. So, you know, my main thing is, it would have to take a hell of a lot to get me to, if I were to be signed to a major label and go on these world tours, it would have to take a lot for me to do it because I've got a career, I've got kids, I'm pushing 5 years from now, I'll be mid-40s, man, and that's not cool. No one wants that old guy around. I don't know, you know, my whole thing is, music's been a huge part of my life, my entire life. I do this for fun. I love getting up on stage. It's not I don't want to call it a midlife crisis, but it kind of is. I feel like it's still hang, and I'm going to continue to do it as long as I can.
You haven't bought a red Corvette yet. So
Yeah, you're doing good.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
The GTO, though.
He's been looking online, I can tell in his face.
But I'm kind of on Jason's side too, man. Like, yeah, I mean, it's a dream of mine to tour and play huge shows and drive all around the country and you know. But my main goal is having fun right now, you know. And it would take a lot for me to have to pack up and leave. I got a family. You know, I mean, if we could figure out, we all got families, you know, so if we could figure out a way to pay the bills and of all of ours and go out and take care of business, man, absolutely, you know, but family is number one for all of us. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But like
We love our family.
weekend runs and going, you know, maybe a week show, you know, go on a little. Absolutely, I'd love to do it with these guys. But just having fun. That's all I want to do.
Now, how often do you guys practice?
Once a week.
We try to do once a week. We try to at least get that. When we're gearing up for something bigger, we try to do 2 a week or 2 the week of a show.
Those mistakes you were talking about seem to happen when we don't.
Yeah.
It seemed to happen more often when we don't, get together at least a day or two before a show.
Yeah.
See, I think we make more mistakes the more we practice.
I don't know. I mean, we had some pretty good shows. We had a run of like 3 or 4 weeks where we didn't practice, and we played 3 shows in that time. And I mean, the shows were pretty good, but still, we try to practice as much as we can. Right.
Now, what about personally? Like, how often you guys practice your instrument?
I play every day. I play guitar every day.
Joey sings in the shower every day.
Every damn day. And not to sound like an egomaniac, but I listen to our music a lot. So that helps me a lot too. Like, so I can just stay fresh with the lyrics and things like that. And I'm always screaming at my house, man.
Like I said, drums are a little different. You can't really turn them down. So I just got a little electric kit for the house. Put some headphones on, and I've been practicing quite a bit when I have time.
I pick up the bass and the guitar every other day. I'm always tinkering around. If I get bored, I'll pick it up.
Music, you guys have done it before. I'm sure like people that are watching this, they have a preconceived notion of what it's like to be in a rock band, or what it's like to, man, it's awesome. You get to go out, party, drink, this and that. How many times have you guys been skipped or underpaid?
I don't know if that's even a question. I don't even know if that's a question we want to answer.
We don't do it for money. Let's put it that way, man.
All right, I'll just move on to the next one.
Well, hold on. Part of the question, dude. Let me just answer part of the question.
Well,
Not the
fire
money
it up.
part.
Listen to him. Go.
Not the money
Go.
part, but being a drummer sucks. All right. The rock star life involves packing up the drums in a vehicle, driving to the venue, unloading onto the stage for half an hour, 45-minute set, unloading into a vehicle, and then bringing it in. When it's hot or cold out, you don't want your drums sitting up. That's not right. Joey comes in and with his mic. With his mic.
Shows up by Miss Bird.
Show what's going on, guys. He doesn't even help.
Why are you the drummer, dude?
I don't know. They said it'd be fun. So
He wants to be the. See how bad he wants to be the singer, dude? Right there. This is the singer.
Yeah, I give a shout out to at least 2 people, Eric Serwin and Sean Erickson, for a lot of shows. Them 2 have helped us load it out.
Yeah, they're the road crew.
There's been a couple other people, I can't remember their names, and that's my bad, that have helped us at times, but those 2 have helped us consistently. When they can make it to a show, they're always helping us load in and load out to get it done quicker, and that's awesome.
A question for me for the future. I mean, you guys just take the time. Is there anybody else who kind of like, you know what? I want to thank these people. Anybody else?
I want to thank Scott from WeLoveMetal.com. He's going to be pushing us out there, I think, a little bit, and definitely go check them out. Like, they got an awesome website. They do music reviews. They just interviewed Exodus. Like, they're kind of a big deal.
Right, and again, it's Scott.
WeLoveMetal.com. Scott Renford, I believe is his name. But like TJ from Backburner, he's helping record Greg and Dave.
Great Angels Productions. I want to thank and give a shout out to Neva Stroud.
Yeah, her too.
Neva's our merch girl. Sweetheart, love her to death. She runs Immoral Beauty, which is modeling. Give her like on Facebook. She's an excellent photographer. Kitten Photography, also on Facebook. She's gonna love me for giving all these shout outs.
Like, what was it, Christina at Whiskey's and Aaron and Takes One.
All the people that run the venues, that
Yeah,
do shows.
venues.
I mean,
Sure.
Right, and
Yeah,
like,
but you know what I mean? Besides the general, like, yeah, these people do, but there's people that like are really part of the team, the overall contract, Devolve, rather than just doing their job.
Getting back to the family thing, I know Casey definitely sacrifices. She's at home with the kid every time we practice and at shows. So the family support is huge.
Absolutely. My family babysits every single time I have a show.
Yeah.
They watch my kid for me, or my wonderful lady will stay home when I got practice. A lot of people sacrifice a lot because they know that what we got is going good, and they like to see us happy. So they're willing to stop what they're doing for a couple hours and watch our kids. I mean, that's huge to me. I know it's huge to all of us for the help that we get from our families. A couple years ago that wouldn't have happened. And now with where we're at.
Well, yeah, I gotta say, you know what, guys, this has actually been pretty enjoyable for me.
Yeah, man.
Us too, man.
For sure.
Glad that was you guys. You guys actually seem pretty cool. And you know, I've never heard your music.
Well, that's going to change.
You know what, I mean, I kind of like just talking to you guys and just describing just how just collectively you're able to work together as artists and how it just something kind of like fit. You know, it's actually just who you are as artists kind of like really makes me really interested in hearing your music because that's, I love to hear, I love music, I love music, you know what I mean? So I mean, I like all across the board. But it's also like hearing passion in people and talking about writing their music, performing their music, and just what it really means to them. And I just gotta say, you guys are pretty cool. I'm glad I was able to really sit down and kind of get to know you guys.
Awesome, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us,
Listen to
man.
our music.
Yes.
Come to a show. It's a place called Gremlin Studios. It's going to be kind of an invite-only show, and it's going to be it's more for us to go and have a good time with some friends. We're bringing a couple other bands. Right now, So-Called Saints and Backburner are coming with us, and it's going to be streamed on YouTube. So
It's kind of a new thing for us.
it's kind of a new.
Stream it on YouTube so people will be able to see it.
It'll be streamed live, and we're going to go down there, set up, and play to a small audience and stream it over the internet.
Okay, now you guys have a couple of cool things just about the band. What, do you have a website? You can plug?
Yeah. Soon. We got Facebook, facebook.com/Devolve Official. We got a SoundCloud page. Has been updated in a while. You can find us on Reverb Nation, reverbnation.com/Devolve Official. We're on Twitter, twitter.com/Devolve Official.
Everything Devolve.
We're trying to cover them all. I want to say we have an Instagram now, right?
Yeah, we do.
We're on all the social medias.
Hasn't really been used much.
No.
We gotta get up on that. Man.
Our band does have a social media expert, but he's really been slacking shit lately.
Gave you the address, Facebook, Twitter, all those kind of things. If you want to check out a show, I'm going to have to because actually I want to. And it's been a long time since I've said that.
Cool, thank you. Right on, man. Thanks.
I haven't seen too many, you know, that kind of thing. So, no, I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to basically thank everybody involved.
Thank you.
It's really, really enjoyable.
This was fun, man.
That was a good time, man.
And,
refuse to die.